Coach, you guys coming off a big win last week, and today, unfortunately, you guys had a goaltender who was just standing on his head all night.
Yeah, no, he was really good. We had a lot of good looks early, but yeah, defensively they were on hands, made it tough for us to get to those spots. We were kind of looking for the perfect spot, and again, and vice versa, they were letting it fly, and they got again a couple outside ones, a couple inside ones, and again we kind of got second guessing things a little bit, and then we started chasing.
And Smitty was in here just a few moments ago and said, it's on the players. He felt like they didn't go through their process offensively. How frustrating is that for an offense when they kind of get stoned in the early going and they kind of press a little bit as the game goes on?
Yeah, it's tough to get through. And again, you got to give them a lot of credit because they came out flying. They had a sense of purpose that we weren't able to get to here tonight, especially early. Coming out of the second half, I thought we did a better job finding that energy and getting going. But yeah, we gotta figure out a way how to, again, in games and situations like this where we got to find that energy to give us that little bit of spark and just kind of build off that. And again, that's one thing that we're looking for and we're looking to build off of, and we got to figure it out quick.
And defensively, especially in the early going, it seemed like our defenders were in the right spots. Calgary was just making great plays.
Yeah, they made great shots. And again, I think a couple of first early ones, we were kind of slow to react. We gave them a little bit too much too much time and space. And then he got a real couple good ones from the outside that Hearts, we need to save from one of those ones, right? And then it just it just went from there. But, again, like the one thing in the back end and Hearts as well. Second half he came in and again, we stuck to the process. And again, we worked on the things that we wanted to do, had a little bit of success, but we just kind of buried ourselves early and just couldn't come back from it.
Ryland Reese made his season debut and he's been injured the entire season, comes in, game 11. What did you see from him tonight?
He made it through 60 minutes, and that was one big thing that check mark that the goals accomplished on that. Like I said, he's been battling all year to get to this point, and he's here, which is a good thing for us. And then it just sort of gives us that extra veteran guy who's been here since day one that understands what we need to do. Another guy back there for us to get going off this.
I know, every loss at this point probably feels like a missed opportunity, but considering last week's win, coming into this, did you feel like this was a missed opportunity this late in the year?
Yeah, 100%, right? And then again, you try not to look at the standings, but everybody's looking at the standings, right? And you see where everybody kind of lines up, and that was the one that could have propelled us, into a little bit higher into the mucky middle. But we're still in the mucky middle even after this one, which is the thing that we can still control our destiny at the end of the day. We got a big series against Vegas 2 weeks in a row, and again, that's we talked about playoff mode. That's playoff mode right there. It's going to be our season.
Speaking about Vegas, obviously not the result you wanted today, but speaking of the 2 games back to back with them, how important is it to get the first one in Vegas?
Oh, really important. It's as I just said, it's going to be our season at the end of the day. If we can. If we can grab those 2, that'd be huge for us. But we got to just worry about first thing first and worry about a face-off, then a loose ball, then a set a pick, and just finding that energy and building off that.
Just one quick one. Smith said that this came down to hard work and the fact that the other team got more ground balls. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, they outworked us all night long, and yeah, that's something that normally doesn't happen with this group here, and a bit of a gut check here for us that will come back.
Is that a mentality? Is that a mentality thing?
Yeah, I think early of it, and again, it kind of, they fed off that, and it just kept getting better, and then we sort of started, looking around to see who was going to get us going a little bit. So early, if we can get, again, just find that energy, get one loose ball and just build, it'll bode well for us.